Ladies and gentlemen, better government is a right and a responsibility. And if we're smart and creative and tenacious, and all of you work with us and thousands of others in Illinois, it can become a reality. It can. We cannot accept politicians and public officials who treat our hard-earned tax dollars like their own through waste, fraud, inefficiency, nepotism, cronyism, patronage, padded payrolls, pay-to-play, inflated contracts. That is what we call the corruption tax. It costs us billions of dollars a year in money, and it ruins hundreds of lives. It simply can't be tolerated. We've had a great year rebuilding this organization, re-energizing it, building up the muscles, sharpening the teeth, because people understand the critical need for better government. And the success we've enjoyed in the past year, like all success, has many fathers and mothers. Success is the result of all of you in this room and thousands of others around the state of Illinois who have supported us because they understand the cause is just and it's important. It's also the result of a growing BGA staff of dedicated and extraordinary professionals that go the extra mile every day. It's a board that has redoubled its commitment to this organization and stepped up, and it's two partners who've stood with me and made this happen. Board Chair Dave Lundy, and previously acknowledged by Dave, the world's greatest pro bono nonprofit advisor, Jimmy Alford. Let me tell you briefly what my 4 or 5 goals are for the next year, so that when you come back here a year from now to a ballroom twice this size, if that's possible. JB, is there anything in the Hyatt chain that'll accommodate twice as many? I don't know. Anyway, 5 things very simply. I want to take this big, strong, talented investigative team and use it to generate more impact on a much wider scale in a much more important way. I want to go where news media hasn't gone, to the organizations and agencies and units of government that have flown below the radar screen in the city, the suburbs, the collar counties, and downstate. We're going to go where streamlining isn't taking place, where conflicts of interest reign, where lobbyist abuse runs rampant, where pay-to-play is still the coin of the realm. We're going all those places, and we're going to tell you those stories. But, as we said in the video, and as Dave pointed out, we're going to go way beyond the stories. Our policy unit is going to work with reform-minded public officials to change the laws and statutes and ordinances and policies, day-to-day and long-term, that impede better government. We're not just going to expose, we're going to propose. We can't be effective and successful without that. Telling the story is only part one. We're also going to continue our idea forums in which important public policy issues are discussed. We may not take positions on them, but the debate is critical to the future of government. We've done TIFs and term limits. We'll do streamlining, privatization, best use of inspector generals, and how about one that I think will draw a standing room only crowd, reducing the size of the Chicago City Council. We will also hold all of the mayoral candidates accountable on good government issues. I told Ram that a few minutes ago. He said, as long as you're fair and honest, it's fine, and that's how we will be. We need to know where these candidates stand on ethics and transparency and open government. We need a vigorous debate for the first time in 20 years in this city on all of the important issues. We plan to be in the middle of that debate. Whether we host actual debates or forums or simply ask the questions remains to be seen. We will also expand our watchdog training program if we can get additional funding from the few Chicago neighborhoods we began in to the rest of Chicago, the suburbs, the collar counties, and eventually downstate. We need thousands of pairs of eyes and ears feeding us tips and ideas and thoughts that we can then turn into investigations. We can't do it alone. The Watchdog Training Program is a way of expanding the universe of people who care about good government and empowering them to do something about it. Finally, this whole effort will be driven through the BGA's digital strategy. This is 2010. And so we're going to be using social media aggressively, TV and radio, and most importantly, our brand new interactive website, which I call a virtual good government town hall. We will tell people things on the site, and they will tell us what they think of that, and they will tell us things they see in their neighborhoods. It will be a two-way dialogue through blogs and videos and print about what's going on all around the state of Illinois. And perhaps most importantly, we're going to use the website to drive change by showing people and telling people how to advocate for good government. We will give them the phone numbers and the email addresses and the Facebook pages and the Twitter handles for the people responsible for correcting the things we find. And we will encourage them to put the heat on 24/7, civilly but seriously. This is called civic engagement, it is called advocacy, and it's the only way we're going to succeed. The rest of what we're doing is critical, but we must drive civic engagement with thousands of concerned people. I say frequently that if a public official gets 5,000 phone calls, 5,000 emails, 5,000 Facebook messages, and 5,000 tweets at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., then 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., I'm exaggerating, but you know the point. They're more likely to change their behavior than if it's simply one commentary or editorial. That's what we're all about. And we hope you will join this effort in some fashion. As Dave said, you can write a check, you can support us online, but you can do other things. Call us or email us with a tip, with an idea, with a thought. Offer to host a watchdog forum in your community. There are a lot of ways to participate. The one thing you can do today that is, I'll say this, and I hope everyone does that, become a BGA member. The membership information is on the table. At least join us as a member, if nothing else. We are only as strong as the people who are with us. Let me end by saying, we are watching. We are watching, and we hope that you're watching with us. And if we watch and you watch with us, we will be a force to be reckoned with, and we will eventually have better government in Illinois. Take the ride with us. Thank you very much.